So I got a quick intro for you today because this is really a pretty quick tie. I found it flipping through Federation of Fly Fishers Pattern Encyclopedia when I was looking for a new wet fly to tie. And I found the Doc Spratley tied as a bead head. Now we've tied the Doc Spratley on here before. I'd say the distinguishing characteristic of it is it's got a wing made out of pheasant tail fibers, which is not that common for a wet fly. So this one, it is technically a wet fly, but with a bead on it, I think you could fish this just like your regular nymphs. But either way, it's a pretty cool tie. I think y'all are gonna like it. So there's one in the vise, a Bead Head Doc Spratley. Now it's certainly not an elegant looking fly. In fact, like all Doc Spratleys, it's a little bit shaggy. I'm tying this on a size 14, standard length, barbless, wet fly hook. And that is a 2.4 millimeter tungsten bead. Let's try to get that flat in there. I'm not gonna put any extra weight on it. Just gonna go straight into my thread, a 70 denier black, lay a base down to the start of the bend. Now for the tail, just some fibers from a Grizzly hackle feather, and this is actually from a dry fly cape, but it's some of the softer stuff. And it's not a huge tail. 10 or 12 fibers should be fine. And not real long. But, you know, significant enough to see. I think that's fine right there. Couple extra wraps and snip the excess up front. Now I'm going to catch in a rib, just some Mylar tinsel, size small, 16 or 18. I want the silver side showing, so I'm going to catch it in with the silver side toward the hook. A few wraps lock that in, now a little bit of wax on our thread. And for the dubbed body, just some black fur. Wool is what the recipe said, but I couldn't find any black wool, so I'm going with rabbit. And it'll be just fine. Might have some guard hairs to snip, but that won't take but a second. And you don't need a big noodle. We're going to dub it up to about a bead width behind the bead. Now just wrap this rib. I think about 4 wraps on this size will work. Now for the throat, another dozen or so fibers from that same Grizzly feather, and I want these to be just a little bit past the bend of the hook. Let's do a pinch wrap, a couple of wraps, and then check how long they are. Okay, I think that's fine. A couple of wraps to lock it, and then we've got to snip the excess up front. Now the next component is a wing, and this is what's unique about the Doc Spratley. These are pheasant tail fibers. And kind of long, about to the, past the bend of the hook, maybe the length of the tail right there. So let's catch this in with a pinch wrap. Don't go real tight. These will break on you if you go too tight with your wraps. I think that is going to work right there. And the last thing we're going to put on, some Peacock herl. I think 2 strands would probably be fine. I want to go with 3, just in case I break one, I'll still have 2. And I say that because the last one I tied, I did break one of them. So there we go. Snip the excess up here, probably break them, but snipping's just as quick. Now, if you want to spin these together, yeah, sure, go ahead and do that. I wouldn't spend a lot of time on it. I'm just trying to get this, a little bit thicker than the body, probably not as thick as a bead up here though. And go straight into our whip finish right here behind the bead. And there you go. A kind of scraggly Bead Head Doc Spratley. But it's a pretty fun tie and can be super effective. So I appreciate you watching. Y'all take care and we'll see you next time.